I just want to get up here and tell a bedtime story. I love bedtime stories. I tell them to my son and his siblings. I love it because spending moments with your children going to bed is very precious, and you get to whisper sweet nothings into their subconscious mind while they drift off to sleep. And so, because I love my son so much, I want to make sure his head is filled with the most powerful thoughts of his beingness and of his infiniteness, and just really enhance his imagination so he can really begin to understand like his true essence down to the DNA, right? And so bedtime stories allow for that to happen. And I make him the main character of the story, and the theme is always goodness and love and basically personal etiquette on how to be a great being as the creator had intended. Because unfortunately our DNA has been tampered with, and food and the fake food and the chemicals and the atmosphere and the propaganda, it's a lot put on us to suppress our magical DNA. And so I unlock it little by little by little by little by little by telling bedtime stories of his infiniteness, removing any pre-programmed limitations that is put on us, right? And so I love it. It's not just him and his siblings. Like, I love telling bedtime stories. I'm a good storyteller. Um, I make real life seem like a fairy tale, but it's real life. And I give him real life situations on how to be in certain situations, how to be in a situation and not be reacting to situations, and not projecting in situations. It's how to be in control of oneself. This is what the bedtime stories are about. And so, because I'm just a wanderer and an observer of life, I realize that, there are a lot of parts in humanity that has forgotten about personal etiquette and just how to be a decent human being, from, pleasantries or holding the door open or pressing the elevator, or if someone drops something, pick it up. If someone's mean to you, how to respond, like life stuff. Because unfortunately, there is a lack of self-love issue on the planet, which results in people not knowing how to love and respect themselves. So of course they're not going to know how to love and respect each other. And then we have a lot of projections going on, and then we have lost how to control ourselves because we're reacting to life instead of making life happen for us. So I tell him these bedtime stories to show how to be in these situations like a great human being, like, I'm not religious, but thou shalt not kill don't sound like bad idea. I mean, we can all agree upon that. Anybody that has been killed, spirit will say, yeah, we shouldn't be killing each other. No one has the right to do that. Let me not throw trash out the window and drop my sofa off on the highway, and let me not just be ratchet and just not in control of ourselves because we don't love ourselves. And the bedtime stories fill him up with that kind of love, because I want him to know wholeheartedly how to love himself right now so he can project out kindness and love. And so I want to tell bedtime stories up here to make a long story even longer, so I can start talking about personal etiquette of just the things I observe walking around in life. And it's like, maybe if you are one of these people, or if you know someone that does this particular thing, maybe you might respectfully want to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that, here's why. No disrespect, but it's like, we cannot walk around this planet acting like it's just us on here. It's not just us on here individually, it's all of us, and we're all intertwined and connected, and we need to have like a respectful distance and boundaries set up that's not harming and hurting anybody. And so if I tell it in a nice way, a common sense way, a aha way, you'd be like, oh snap, that's me. And maybe I shouldn't be walking around with a speaker on my back, blasting music, walking down the street. Like, where's your headphones at? Like, that's just a common sense thing. Like, you're only thinking about you in this moment, but we share the world with everybody. Or say you're a person that finished eating something and couldn't wait to get home or their next stop, and they just take trash and throw it off the freeway. Like, why are you doing that? What did the planet do to you but provide for you? And here you are just discarding trash in the street. Like, you couldn't wait. I mean, you have a vehicle to keep the trash in. Like, you couldn't go to a garbage can, a dump. Like, I don't understand. What's the point in just being a mess? And then we complain about all the mess, but we're creating all the mess. So it's stories on etiquette in a really nice way to build and uplift, because I realize there's a lot of hurt on the planet. And we wasn't really taught self-love, and we've been manipulated. And we need to be examples of love and compassion and sharing that, and politely telling someone that has lost their mind and is projecting out in a way that's harmful to themselves and others. So like, hey, let me talk to you, let me tell you about this. Is everything okay? Like, there's a reason why people project, and there's a reason why people do exactly what they do. If we care enough about our neighbors, we would ask them and then assist them in some kind of way. That's being a good being. Because if they are right, their surrounding areas is also going to be all right. But if this person's not all right, that surrounding area energy is not going to be all right. So we want it to be great. We want it to be a great positive energy. So we got to help ourselves so we can be able to help one another. And maybe a bedtime story will be a good way to just, hey, this is how you be a decent being. We already covered the thou shalt not kill. Nobody has the right to do that. I don't care what your job is. Nobody has the right to do that. um and anyone doing something bad, there's a reason. It goes down to the root. There's a reason. They're lacking something. Obviously they feel some kind of way. Okay, like, murder is never the answer. Okay, so bedtime story after, like, I don't know, 9 minutes. Okay. I am the queen mother in my bedtime stories. So my bedtime stories take place in the cloud kingdom, because I'm waiting for life to manifest itself to be like Meet the Robinsons. It used to be the Jetsons, but the Jetsons was surpassed with Meet the Robinsons, because my mind is all in the future, but it's like right here, right now. And so, once upon a time in the cloud kingdom, the queen mother woke up and gave God thanks. She was so glad at the opportunity of a brand new day. She always gives great thanks. because every breath is sacred, because every moment should be cherished and looked at with great awe. So after she felt and gave great thanks, she began to do her morning rituals. She got filled up with energy by the sun and journaled whatever thoughts, dreams, feelings came up. She took her supplements, had her juice, and she sat down in the tea room for tea. And it came to her the same thought on this world and this planet and why. Why was she here? To see everything that's going on, people moving through life so fast, being rude to each other. It was sad to look at, but she wasn't hopeless. Every day was a new day to share love with just one person, to put a smile on their face, just to make them feel good. It made her feel good to make others feel good, no matter what it was. So on this day, she took a trip on her galactic, and it was hard and it was sad. But she knew exactly what to do because she had a rainbow in her heart. And she was going to shine her love through her heart and wash the whole neighborhood. Anybody that had any burdens, they was worrying about money, if they was worrying about their kids, what were they going to do? How am I going to pay this car note? How am I going to feed my kids? I don't love myself. He doesn't treat me right. She's always yelling in my face. We're always fighting. I gotta sell drugs. I gotta sell my soul for my morals. I'm unhappy. I'm not being honest with myself. She shined all her love on all those doubts and worries and self-loathing and filled it with self-love and motivation and inspiration and compassion because it's always going to be okay. She knew that at the core of every problem, there was a lack there. There was a lack, a not enoughness, but that's okay because there's a cure for that. It's infiniteness. You don't lack anything because you are everything. You are everything. And everybody's heart filled with love. And they took a breath like the burdens was lifted, the worries was gone. You know why? Because God's love is unfaithful. It's faithful. I'm sorry. It's faithful. That love will take care of every burden and every problem. Every problem. If you have faith in something, it don't matter. If you have faith in something, believe that faith got all your troubles and will wash it all away. So the rainbow power of love lifted the energy of a whole environment because people became aware of themselves and was saying, oh, wow, maybe I am going to be a respectful person and not drive through neighborhoods blasting music really, really loud because, like, you're the only one that want to hear it. Everybody doesn't want to hear that, you know? You're not the person anymore that's going to be graffitiing up neighborhoods because you live there. You want to take care of it, You're going to be aware of what are you doing now and what is the purpose? Like, is your actions and motivations and beings, like, we're aware now. We love ourselves. We're going to take care of ourselves and we're going to take care of our shit. Why are we going to destroy our stuff? That don't make any sense. That don't look good, right? So we are aware of ourselves and we take care of ourselves. All this was learned through love power, love etiquette on beingness. And the Queen Mother got back on her galactic scooter. So she had a pot of tea before bed. She had a conversation with God. And the conversation was, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for the opportunity to just share love, just like He intended. The end. I hope you guys like the bedtime story. I will come up here when I feel called to do so. But friends, help me help just be better versions of ourselves every day by paying attention to your beingness and being aware of your behaviors. And if you see somebody acting out of sorts, go be a shoulder and see what's up and help a fellow being out. You know what I'm saying? You're such magical galactic superheroes. I'm so grateful for everybody that takes the time out to look at my videos. I'm so grateful for all of my 100 plus subscribers. That just makes me feel amazing that 113 subscribers feel the same kind of way that I do. And it just makes me happy to know, there's people in the world that also believe and just sharing love. I'm very grateful, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day from wherever you're watching from wherever you're rewatching from. I am so absolutely grateful. Thanks for the love, and have a beautiful, beautiful night. Bye.